Well, alright guys, what's up? So this is a decent review after a couple months of driving this around, and the short of all of it is I love it. I absolutely love it. And stay tuned towards the end of the video. I want to talk a little bit about the automatic versus manual transmission if you are purists of manual, which I am. So long story, stay tuned on that. And then also please subscribe and shoot me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the content that I've been putting out there, and just let me know if you subscribe. Greatly appreciated. So let's get into it. So after a couple months out of the gate, I drove the 17 hours from Wisconsin back to New Hampshire and did 9 the first day, 8 the next day. Could have kept on going. It's that comfortable, these leather seats. But I was hungry and wanted to get some sleep and just bang out the next 8 early in the morning, which I did. So if you've ever been on a long road trip, and most people have, who doesn't like a nice long road trip? I don't know about you, but my butt gets numb. I hurt my back way back when in the Army, and like my leg like get numb and get sore, and I have to stretch after getting gas. This thing was so comfortable. The seats are leather but firm. It's tough to describe until you get into them. But as far as comfort, 10 stars all day long. Very comfortable. The steering wheel is ergonomic. I like the thickness of it. It's not too thick, it's not too thin. Very comfortable. So on comfort, 10 stars. Safety, I think they did a lot of upgrades on this 2024 refresh. Jeep listened. People had a lot of complaints about safety, and they did some upgrades. They did the side curtain airbags, huge safety. Obviously, we already have the roll bar cage, blind spot monitoring, so your side mirrors are going to light up if you can't see something in your mirror. They work flawlessly. The backup assist, the camera, high definition, by the way. So I was pulling out an AutoZone a couple weeks ago, and cars, coming behind me in my blind, and it starts beeping, and I looked behind me, looked in the camera. It was a good 15-20 feet away, so I just wanted to see what would happen, and I just tapped on the gas ever so slightly. It wouldn't let me go. So that's phenomenal. Another safety feature that you don't think about, but once you start using the Uconnect 5 system, is you don't need your phone in the cab. I have mine here, but it's charging. You can literally launch that in the back. You don't need it. Text messages. You're driving, a text message comes up. It says, would you like me to read it to you? Yes, please. It'll read the text message. Don't have to look at the screen. Don't need your phone. Would you like to voice reply back? Well, yes, I would. And the mic comes on, and you can respond back to a text. So that, my friends, is huge. You wouldn't believe the amount of people that I see texting. I drive a company vehicle. It's a service van, so I'm high up, like this Rubicon. So I have a good vantage point of looking at other people's vehicles, and it's horrifying how many people that have their head down in their phone, and they're like having a full-on conversation. So anyways, enough of that ranting. I love the feature that is fully integrated Android Auto. So if you have an Android phone or an Apple phone, you're gonna have those features. A lot of features on the Uconnect 5. The pitch and roll, the vehicle dynamics. Let's talk about the app, the Jeep app. So on your phone, once you sync it up via Bluetooth and you download in the Play Store, the Jeep app, phenomenal. If you have an automatic, you can auto start it from your phone. You can turn your lights on. You lost your vehicle in the parking lot, you can honk the horn. You can roll down the windows. You're gonna roll down the windows. It'll tell you how much gas mileage. It'll do a vehicle health check to make sure all your levels are fine. It'll remind you. You can make an appointment on your next oil change. It'll remind you when your vehicle's due for service. So that's a huge feature. We already talked about the comfort, the leather, the heated steering wheel. Huge plus. I live in New Hampshire. So that is, my last car was a sports car, and I'd get in and 0 degrees out. I didn't want to touch it. You need gloves. Didn't want to touch the steering wheel. Love that feature. Sun's coming up. There we go. The heated seats. Also better than my last vehicle. You have 3 steps of the heated seats. My last vehicle, if you're on high or low, eventually you'd burn your butt. Like, you gotta shut it off. This is more tempered. High is nice, but low you can actually keep it on, and it's ever so subtle. So I like that. That's a little bit better. And just lock this, take this. You have your garage door feature. That's great. Your vanity mirrors. I kind of did a walk around, one of my first videos of the Jeep, and the skid plating underneath it, some warm winch videos. So please go check those out, guys. I love the screen. I personally like how they moved the vents down below the screen to accommodate the screen. The vents down here, I like them. I really do. I know people that have older Jeeps kind of hating on the 12.3 screen. I knew Jeep was due for a refresh, and I wanted a bigger screen. Sorry guys, I don't like the little 8-inch screen. I don't. So I waited, and I'm glad they did something. I've been in an older Jeep. This is night and day. I love that you have full navigation. Right now I have it tied into my Waze. If you're a fan of Waze, yes, you can get it on the Android Auto. But the navigation, full screen, all the way, love it. Very intuitive, very sharp. I'm not sure if you can see the screen, but if we go into vehicle, forward-facing camera. Now this is kind of weird. They give you a split screen. They got the little Jeep emblem wave, and then it's only part of the screen, and then the rear. I wish it was full, but it's big enough. As far as the driving, very comfortable. These run the 35s. I feel safe in it. It doesn't float around. It doesn't wander too much. From being on 35s, it kind of, you put your line and it stays there. You don't have to, overcompensate with the steering wheel. As far as the sound quality with the 24s, they updated with the Rubicon X. You have the Gorilla Corning glass. It's thicker. Also help prevent rock chips. The insulated, the Freedom panels. The carpeting is denser. Driving back from Wisconsin, my first phone call, pushing 80 miles an hour on the highway. Called my buddy, told him I got the Jeep. He's like, how do I sound? He said, like you're in your living room, clear as day. More microphones, so they definitely improved that. I know the older Jeeps, it was, you couldn't hear, highway sound kind of drown out the voice, but huge addition on that. Versatility. I'm on my way to Home Depot, picking up some 2x4x8s. I'm gonna bring up the seat all the way, I believe, and then push it forward. Electric seats. To the tailgate, I believe it's 6 inches and change. Don't quote me on that. But I'm gonna pop up the rear glass. Yes, you can leave the rear glass in a Jeep up. I want to do it all the time. I would probably wear out your hydraulic struts on the rear windshield, the rear glass, if you will. But yeah, stick them out the back, put a rag around them, protect the rear seat. And yeah, it's got the aux switches, which is huge. Automatically comes with the Rubicon X. I love the stitching. I love that you can shut off the annoying auto off when you're sitting in a light. It's off right now. That drives me bananas. I'm sitting in a light, especially if it's hot. If you're down south, you have the air conditioning going, you're sitting in a long light, guess what? You're not getting that air conditioning. Or the reverse scenario, extreme cold, sitting in a long light, or you're in a roadblock, engine shuts off, now your heat's digressing. So that, yeah, you can shut it off. I would wonder, and shoot me down a comment, guys. I bet if you get the taser and you play around with the programming, you might be able to permanently shut that off. You can also shut off the beeping when you're backing up. You can actually shut off the sound. So if that drives you bananas, I personally want it, but I could see how that could get annoying. You can shut that off. So that's huge. Downhill assist, road plus, like this thing is loaded. And again, I feel super safe. I've had a 4Runner. I did not feel as safe in the 4Runner. Steel bumpers. I drove Humvees in the Army. This thing feels like a tank. It really does. I feel very safe in it. I feel like I just climb over a brick wall in it. But the side warning, again, side mirror indicators. They did a lot of upgrades. They really needed to bring it up and, you know, still compete against the Broncos. And I think they kind of nailed it out of the park, personally. And I have arrived at Home Depot. So anything that I forgot, guys, please let me know. What I would like to remove, and I know for a fact you can remove on the taser, is the horn. Granted, I love the horn. It's a manly horn. Like, people are going to hear when you get out of the vehicle. You know, got to alert somebody, move. You're texting. Light's green. Go, guys. When you get out of the vehicle, and it's a fob, so another great feature, when the fob's in your vehicle, in your hand, and touch that steering wheel, it's got that proximity, so it's automatically gonna unlock the doors. But if you kind of walk away, it does like a 3 beep, 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 and that is gonna wear me quickly. So I'm gonna program that out. What else? I'm gonna do a video on automatic versus manual. I am a manual purist, and I got automatic, so that's another video because it's a long story. And long story short of it all is I made the right decision. I was kind of forced to make the right decision. All right, let me tell you real quick. So I ordered a manual transmission back in April 29th. It's almost Halloween. In 2 days, it's gonna be Halloween. It's still in the process stage. They had a recall on the manuals. Any one of you that are watching this video right now, you're gonna be waiting a long time. One, I don't think, I heard rumors that they have a fix for it. That's not concrete. Two, if they had a fix for it, I'm going on 5 months now, do the math. I can't wait to see when that vehicle is gonna finally get scheduled to be built, let alone be built and delivered, because of that problem. Because guess what? The vehicles that are sitting on dealer lots that are manual, they can't sell them until they get fixed. The people that have recall, they have to get those fixed. If you ordered a manual transmission, you are going to be the last person to get your new vehicle. Blessing in disguise, because guess what? I'm glad that it fell apart for me personally. Even though I love manual, it's not the same. I get it. Another great feature, the automatic. You shift it over into manual. Granted, you're not pulling a clutch, but you can mimic and dictate when the engine shifts. It's not the same, I get it. Number two, you're not getting the extreme Recon 35-inch. Won't happen. I heard rumors that you won't get the full float 44 Dana rear axle, so you won't be carrying, towing 5,000 pounds. I might be wrong on that, don't quote me, but I think I saw somewhere that you're not getting the full float axle, just like the 4XE, you're not getting it. Number two, I live in the cold, and then the summers are brutal here. You're not getting, obviously, auto start with a manual transmission. And the last but not least, down below here, you're not getting 4 high auto on your 4-wheel drive transmission. It's going to be 2 high, 4 high, neutral, or 4 low. You're not getting it 4 high auto. You're not getting it. So between all those things, the 35s, that auto start, I'm glad it kind of went down this road for me. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Again, hit that subscribe button, smack that bell on the next video. I think the next video is going to be the Rhino rack to prep for getting a rooftop tent. So that is probably in the works right now. I believe I'm going to probably order that this weekend and see when it's going to come into mainland, overland. The great outfit, customized Jeeps, all the big overlanding lights, all that. But anyways, I'm gonna have them install it. I'm pretty handy. I do stuff. I'm a mechanic for a living, but they do it all day long, every day. I just personally, I'm not drilling into my hardtop. Can't do it. I just can't. Let the professionals do it. That being said, thanks again, guys, and catch you in the next one. Peace. You have been watching Rubicon Roamers. My name is Scott, and until the next one, get outside and feel alive. I'm gone.